All right, guys, what's going on, man? It is it's like Christmas morning again for the I don't know if was it 14th time this year. It's another episode of the tour reaction. This time, obviously, to the Mario versus Luigi tour part 4. We've had a number of these. I will say, for those of you who didn't catch it on Kart Talk, I think I've lost every single one. So it's not necessarily about how you win, but how you play the game. So um, I'm seeing everyone in the chat. I've opened things up for through Zoom for some of our stud and super stud members to join. I know last time was a little hectic. We had, I think, like 4 or 5 people on. So certainly if we have that many people on, I'm gonna do whatever I possibly can to manage that appropriately. You have my commitment there, but I want to make a couple shout outs on the chat as the app loads up. So what's going on, Paul? How you doing? Paul was first in the chat, so have to give a shout out to Paul, who obviously asked what team I'm playing, and so let us know in the chat which team you selected. I think I was having a conversation with my friend Johnny, who was saying, what team are you gonna pick? And he's like, I picked this team because this is my favorite character. And I said, what team is Gold Me on? And he said Team Mario. I said, well, looks like I'm Team Luigi then, because I'm gonna use some coin box. Gold Me is gonna be all over All Cup ranking, and so as long as that's true, I'm gonna be Team Luigi, and I'm probably gonna lose again. I've flip flopped a couple of times between Team Mario and Team Luigi in the past, and for however many rubies it costs, whatever to lose, I'm willing to do that in the glory of Coinbox. Now I know the average player is not necessarily going to be making that decision based off of getting coins, specifically red coins instead of tokens, but the meta level strategist will be, and I know that I am in a minority there. But anyway, that I believe I'll be going Team Luigi. Let me know if I'm getting wrong. So what team is Gold Me on? Make sure I'm making the right decision here. I always forget after looking at the screenshot like 2 weeks ago, it seems. I know after data mining, we all got an early glimpse. Cool. I have to give a shout out to Monk's Music, who was second in the chat. How you doing, Monk? Hopefully you're doing well. Excited for the reaction. I see Slamey. Morning all. I need Mario badge silver or not. Team Mario it was. I see Andy S. What's going on, Andy? I see Aviquado. Good morning. Good evening, I guess maybe to Avi. Tyler. Team Luigi. What's going on, Tyler? Hopefully you're doing well. Check out Rita. Good morning, Studfit. Volume is a little low. Let me see if I can certainly hold it. I can get my mic up real close and let me know if the volume is better. Sometimes I like to have my mic near the laptop when I have my guests on. I don't believe I have any guests going on in right now, so I'll just keep it nice and close, and you guys can hopefully get better audio. Yeah, Gold Me is Team Mario. What's going on? Oh, Kareem's gifted some memberships. Thank you very much, Kareem. Appreciate the love, man. So big shout out. Definitely check out if you haven't already, because some of these people have been connected to our server, but congratulations. Thanks to Kareem. To High Mileage, Low Rent, Don't Worry, Pepper Rabbit, Snout the Tinker, Oliver Cardinal, all were gifted a membership. Congratulations. Definitely check out the Discord server. Zoom says, I have silver for both, but gold for neither. Pick Luigi, says Luca. I think we're on to something, Luca. Link ain't working for me. Kareem Hype. All right, let me see if I can send out a new link. Thanks for letting me know. And while I'm doing, yeah, you know when I posted it, didn't look good. Didn't look healthy. Usually what happens is you post the link and like a bunch of like Zoom information kind of pops out in a block. Let me see if I can update that appropriately. Stat events. Okay. I'll put new link. All right, hopefully that should work. Let me know, Luca. or I think I see Brian voice in there as well. Have a hard time. Okay, I'll just let them know it should be fixed. While we're still waiting for the. All right, cool. Good. Yo, what's up, Luca?
Yo, it's not. How are you?
Good, man. How's how you doing, Loop? He's just checking in. Yeah, cool guys, how you doing? How'd you enjoy the Princess tour?
Exciting for a couple of good tracks that we had. I really enjoyed the Daisy track, but yeah, it was a good tour.
Yeah, man, that Daisy Circuit was actually probably one of my favorite tracks that's come out this year. I mean, there's been so many tracks; it's really hard to put that title on right now. But it much better than the some of the other tracks that were released, the short tracks that were released last tour. Those were a little tough.
I think you enjoyed this tour's tracks. They're really good, every single one of them. I personally think.
Nice, man. That's awesome. Let me see if I was this for some reason was is showing up. Let me see if I can update the chat so that you guys can see it live on YouTube. But yeah, what do you guys what team did you guys pick for Mario versus Luigi part? I think we're on 4, right?
I think so. I picked Luigi because I just wanted to go with Luigi. I'm always Luigi. But for a pure rank perspective, Luigi is much better. So if you want to get a better rank score, definitely go Luigi. For anyone wondering that.
Yeah. I think I'll be going Team Luigi. I found out Golby was on Team Mario, and that's I think I'll be using him quite a lot for all cup ranking. For me, it's all about what's going to give me the spend as less time as possible in order to get that top 100 badge that I get every tour. So for me, that's the direction I'll be going. Wooloop, what'd you go with, man?
I went Team Luigi.
Okay. Early in the chat, I saw a lot of Mario. I was like, oh boy, am I going to lose another one? It would have been better for me to just stick with one team the whole time than flip-flop back and forth. Does look like Zoom's picked Team Mario, Team Luigi for Brian Kirsten. Hopefully we'll get a good tour. That's all I ask for. Is just give us some fun tracks, give us some new stuff going on. I'm already a little nervous knowing that we have a gold Luigi night. All right, here we are, Team Luigi. We got to go, Luigi. And there we go. The 1,500 coins isn't bad. Cool guys. Let me close out the Discord so there's no little beeping. I don't want to distract you guys, but yeah. So Princess Tour, I think I did pretty well in all cup ranking, probably in like the 80s. Was able to crank out some stuff this weekend. We had a lot of family over for like a cookout and stuff, so wasn't able to spend as much time until basically Sunday. So was frantically trying to make the cut, but thankfully it wasn't. I think a lot of people were struggling with loadouts, so it made things a little easier than it usually was. Could leave a lot on those tracks. I will say I got a pretty sweet. By the way, here Luca, here's the pink me racing suit you challenged me to invest in last tour. That obviously I didn't get until now. But yeah,
we'll see what happens.
We'll see
but
what
if
happens.
You do really like pink, if you are the pink man that you say you are, you take it to 6 at least.
Okay.
Can't go wrong with me.
I can if the game creates an opportunity for me to do so, I have no problem doing that. I'm so sad I did not have my yellow me suit at an appropriate level. I had it at level 7 last tour, and I think I was using it on like 4 tracks for all cup rankings. So would have appreciated it at level 8. But you know, if I have to throw some tickets to take pink to level 7. The other thing is I have Waluigi here this tour, so it'll be interesting to see how he comes out in his starting coverage. Yeah, did pretty well.
And not to throw a spoiler in or anything, but this has nothing to do with the tracks that you'll be seeing now, because I was running a few of the tracks that aren't unlocked yet with a few people, with Cream and that.
Yep.
and we found that a lot of the newer tracks that got released this tour that aren't available already, they have some really interesting top shelves. They have a lot of non-me drivers on there for once. So
Okay.
I think maybe they're trying to push towards having less me's on the tracks, especially the plus skill ones, and they're giving a lot of coin boxes and stuff opportunities on those tracks, which I found personally really interesting.
That is
So I think even a pink me or something might be a good option because it's a non-plus skill me if it is overlapping on those tracks. But that's for you to see later on.
I like it, man. Can't complain about that.
Hey, stuff. I just wanted to say hello, and I got the same gold pipe with you, that black turbo, wheels. Marvelous. Terrific for the account. Yep.
Yeah, it's good. Game changer. That's
Beautiful
ironic.
wheels. That's about it.
Nice, man. Well, you are on the top of the list. Anything you want to mention here about your sweet loadouts? You did get the Princess Peach.
Yeah. I just single capped. I was just a double coin. Daisy Circuit RT was a good one, nearly 200. Snowland, I couldn't get. I was one of those people who really struggled. I think I got 175. I couldn't get the 200s that people were getting. I think a bunch of people did. Just couldn't do it. It was too tough. But made hay elsewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, I got really lucky. I got
oh, awesome, man! Well played.
Yeah, thank you. So 210. Yeah.
People been dying on that track.
It was tough, man. And I was able to hit that special S grade on the sheet. So I was really proud about that. Tied with Raker, who's our action count king for this coming out of last tour. So congratulations to Raker, who got 210 actions on that track. It was just I'll be honest with you, there's times where I'm trying to go for like a boombox coin. This was just like pandemonium. It was just absolute like coins. I think those are like really like the ceiling is like when you have like 2 coin box drivers and they're like the lead runners and you can't stop them, and they're just like they're throwing coins every single item box, and like that's what you have to do to get these insane runs.
Dude, that's awesome, man. I tell you, matching Raker on a boombox track, that's I don't know many man or woman who's managed that. I certainly haven't. So that's an epic run.
To say something about that track as well. It's like one of those tracks where you have such a high ceiling, but you require more than a boombox coin. Like you need a double boombox. Like personally, like Kareem and I, and a few other people, we were in VC with Shadow for about, I don't know, like 7 hours. He could not get a run. He could not get like more than 170. Like you get the boombox and the coin, but if you can't get that second boombox, you're not getting 200. It was a really hard track. I don't even know if he ended up getting a good score on that track eventually. He might have gone back, but that's what happens with boomerang sometimes.
Yeah, you know what? It was just one of those things because I spent so much time week 1 on the Peach Gardens are like so much time, like 6-7 hours and nothing. So
I didn't even bother with that.
This was rewarding. I will say I don't. I think what I got was 2 like mini boom boxes, and then one actual boombox frenzy.
One nice, yeah.
So it was tougher with the ramps because there were a couple times where the ramps were there, and so like with the singles you couldn't get down below because like good gold charging Chuck, who was the person I was trying to boombox. He was absolutely insane. He had lost his mind. I'm trying to remember how I even got into first place because that was my worry as I was running the track over and over again because he was just front running and just going absolutely bonkers. So I'm trying to remember. I think he got blue shelled or it was just like one of those runs. No grinding the bots. It was just pure pandemonium for the entire race. And I just looked like I got done. I was like, I don't know if that was a good run or a bad run, but I know I got a boombox and maybe a couple coins there. And then looked at the action count. It was much higher than I thought it was. So Hey, you know what? That got me going. That got me get excited. That got me pumped up for sure.
That's good to hear. So,
It looks like we got Heroes at 2 with 162, Shadow Legend at 162 as well. So you guys absolutely crushed it. I felt like I did pretty well with that run. You guys, I mean, kind of, you were 20K above me, man. That's insane. Major shout out there. Frenzy Grind at 151, Cianeo 150, Nat 150, Raker 150, Draco 655, 142, Liam Helock 141, Jeeves 140, Siegel 138, Antilev with one eye open 134, Edita 134, Frenzy Fans 132, Ronnie 131, Luca, you got 130. Anything stand out from a couple of your runs?
The Snowland T again. Like I had a top 100 run last tour. I just stopped. It was my easiest top 100 I could have gotten. I didn't even bother going for it because I just didn't want to play the game. The tour had IRL stuff going on. And just thought, just take it easy. Got first in rank, which is all that matters to me. And I dropped like about 10-15K per track. But Snowland T, first run, boombox coin, I was out of there. So at least I got to get that. But yeah, got first, and I'm happy with that.
Yeah, boombox coin, man, that's what you just. I mean, I wasn't going for this crazy insane run because I just can't. You know, it's something you can't get your hopes up. So boombox coin, get off as soon as possible. I consider that a huge win. It's a great job there. We got plugged in 129, Montana 127, Spy 2K 126, Avi 126, Adam 125. Big Brolo 125, Carlos 125. Carlos is really low down there. Not sure what happened there. Crazy 125, Jose 118, Ben 118, B-Rad Geo 117, Larry 98 117, SMG 116, Frenzy Fangirl 115, Shy Guy Kart 115, Bob Blah Blah 114, Raz 112, Brian Voice 112. Sammy 110, this be Chris 109, Groovy 104, Zooms 103, So Crazy 102, Issa 100, Nikki V 87, N2CJN 87, SMB Team Mario 84, Matt Aldridge 83, Snuffles 82, Tyler 76, Wooloop 75, Marco 12345 61, and then Breeden 55. Awesome, guys. Well, let's get into the tour. We got a lot obviously going on here. Looks like right off the bat some Mario Raceways. Ooh, look at this. The red emblem glider. I think we have the red and the green, right? So this looks pretty sick. Look at that.
They got good skills as well.
Yeah, bullet bill for the red. I'll look at the green here in a second, but yeah, I will say, looks like we have the Mario Circuit, the 3. I'm not a big fan of the 3. I know a lot of people like it because it's high action count at times. I'm not a big fan of that, but we do get the regular Mario Circuit. I'm trying to remember which track. That's I think it's the 3DS. It looks like. Waluigi Stadium. Obviously, we're a big, huge fan of that. I cannot wait to race that. I didn't see that in the ranked. Let's just so we got Mario Raceway, Mario Circuit T, Mario Raceway RT. For next week, Luigi Circuit, Luigi Raceway, and then Waluigi Stadium T. So we do have a Waluigi Stadium in there. It's next week. It's the T version. All right. So I know one of the things that we promised we'd do is get into Luigi Knight, Gold Luigi Knight's skill. So let me see if we have in here the tour predictions. Let's go tour predictions. All right, so everyone voted, and myself included. I was going with Coinbox. We got a lot of votes there. Myself, Larry, So Crazy, Eva Taco, G Siegel, Raker, Cranebow, SM Bros, Funky Kong Stong, Jelly Beans, Luca, Meaty, Cineo, N2CJN, General Meow, Firestorm, Brian Voice, Frenzy Grind, SMG Games, SM Games, Beer, Issa, Ronnie Cash, This Be Chris, Matt Aldridge, Nintenja, Adam82, Yoshikart Fan, Marco 34556. So first of all, thank you to all 27 people who I mean, it's just so fun to see so many people in the server. So, congratulations to those 27 who voted for Coinbox. We'll see if you're right. We got Rashid voted for Bomb Cannon. We got Raz and Hero of the Skies with a Giga Bomb. And E. Deedle, I don't know if he just was placing these. As, okay, yeah, I guess he did. Giant Banana Barrel. We got Yoshi's Egg for Clowington. And Kanye, you went Bubble, huh?
I mean, I just thought that it was just going to be, I mean, I thought that 100% it would end up being Coinbox. I actually haven't gone into it properly, but I assume it is. Maybe you revealed that I joined you late. It was just so obvious that I just had to like put something out there to just say how obvious it was.
You know what? It definitely stood out compared to the 27 votes for Coinbox. So let's get into it. Here he is, Gold Luigi Knight. What does he have? And he has the Coinbox. Guys, he's got the Coinbox. So
I'm so glad.
So glad that he got Coinbox because you missed Coinbox.
Because do you know? I'm not going to get too much into this, but I want easy gaming, and I like Coinbox, and I interesting Cookie Land as well.
He's got Cookie Land.
I'm looking at this like first time like with you, so I apologize if I'm not providing any insight. Like,
no, it's all right. He does have Cookie Land, which was kind of a King Mario, and occasionally the Gold Me, as he has it on the second shelf and would sometimes get boosted. But yeah, King Mario, that's kind of his like one exclusive Coinbox track. So now we have Luigi Gold Knight. So if you missed out on King Mario and you saved yourself 800 rubies back last summer, Luigi Knight can fill that track for you, which is kind of interesting.
1,600 tracks.
Yeah. It's got an exclusive on Luigi Raceway, which does have boomerang, but that is a very, very annoying boomerang track. There are no Mii's there either, so he's the best option. Cookie Land, you know Cookie Land, but again, a Coinboxer on Cookie Land that's not King is very good. Ghost Valley, I don't know. Mario Circuit, don't know. I think Waluigi Stadium is very good. I got to double check that. But aside from Raceway T, that was the Pulling Party Time exclusive Studfit.
Ooh. Okay.
So that's now basically his tracks. Not many people have that leveled. So he does have some good coverage to start off, but personally, I don't think it will last.
But second to what Lucas said earlier, I think I read someone's comment that there's something like 27 of the tracks only have plus skilled Mii's in the store, which is like exceptionally low.
Ooh,
so like adds to Lucas' point about actually other drivers, maybe there's an effort to bring them back in, so it's not just Gold Chuck, potentially, I don't know, or it could just be a flash in the pan.
It could be. What scares me a little bit is the Ghost Valleys and the Mario Circuit, the two. Those are a little odd, but he's got enough good stuff here. I feel pretty good about this. Luigi Circuits and Luigi Raceways and Waluigi Stadiums. There's enough here to get excited about this. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. I mean, it's been a while since we've had he looks pretty sweet. He just looks cool there in the gold. As you know, I'm a big fan of all the night stuff. So let's get into. Hold on. Yeah, so I assume he's gonna be in the shop. Let's just double check here and see where he's at. Oh man, this looks so cool. Oh my gosh. I had to pick up
both of them, man. They look great.
So the Black Shield Speedster looks sick. Oh my gosh.
I'll tell you something, not wagon, but it's not as black as it is when you're in the game. It still looks a bit silver, but it is still amazing.
That's amazing, dude. That looks so cool. I love it. I just love the purple and the red and like the little swigglies, the gold on there. Man, that looks just so cool. For some reason, I thought it was like going to be Dark Shield Speedster or something like that.
I was really surprised. Like, honestly, it didn't. I was looking at Lucas. Honestly, like just on a casual glance, I was like, it's a shielded speedster. If I look closer, obviously there is a difference, but it's unfortunately not, the aesthetic I would have liked, which would have been like quite dark, like almost like what you imagine, jousters, with like and like a dark color. But hey, it's still a gorgeous car. And that Silver Warrior Wagon, I don't know, something I like. It seems a bit plain in one way. I can see people hating that, but I don't know. I kind of like it for some reason.
I think what I liked about the Armored Rider and the Warrior Wagon were the colors that contrasted with each other, and the flag that contrasted. And I don't know, there's something about the color schemes that were there, the purple and yellow and red and gold. I mean, there's something cool about that. Now, I will say, so I do like the way that the silver items kind of glisten, and it kind of has us like a lot of times like a purpley-ish blue tint to it, depending on like how which track it's on, what kind of hue it's adopting there. I will say I do say there's a lot of Mario circuits, both 3 and 2, and I don't know. This is interesting. I'm not as excited about this as some of the other started coverage of other items I just saw.
Yeah,
I'm surprised nothing for Cookie Land. Kareem, do you want to speak about that?
Yeah, like we were banking on with the arrow, the Cupid arrows and these huge cards that one of them was going to get Cookie Land. I know, and spoiler alert. Yeah, none of them did. That was a bit of a blow.
What's the other battle course in this tour? Battle course 1's out of it, right?
And there's only 2 battle courses now.
I'm saying, like, what's the other one? Is it Twilight House's tour?
Is it?
So what? Anyway, regardless of whatever it is, whatever the track that isn't in this tour, these cards can still get the newer cards. But by the looks of it, none of them are really going to get any battle courses, which does hurt the value. But
yeah, it's battle course 2.
Them.
It is battle course 2.
Yeah, all right, so it's still get Twilight House.
It could get still Twilight House. You're right. I do love. Man, I'm actually really impressed with these gliders. These look really cool. Maybe we had seen them in the video and I missed it, but like these look pretty. I'm actually pretty excited about these. It's got pretty good skill. I don't know. That's pretty. There's just a lot of cool items this tour already. And of course, I have to throw some rubies at that at the me suit. Looks like we got the gold Monty. So Luigi Knight Gold. He's going to be a ranked reward. Is that what we're picking up?
Week 2, yeah.
Week 2.
Yeah, so you can't use it. Yeah.
Oh man. So so the week 1 ranked reward is the purple. The Waluigi me. Oh, nice. Okay. So you're gonna want to win both weeks. There's no like picking, weaving which one you want to be able to go. You have to get both of these. Oh, here's the Waluigi racer.
Yeah, but
I can't wait to see the hitbox.
It's a Mark II. Like the Waluigi racer in Double Dash was not very big. I'm really curious, Mark II, whether that makes a difference, and whether the fact that it's come from Double Dash actually means nothing at all. But it doesn't have the elegance of a shielded speedster or any kind of warrior wagon. Yeah. But you know what? It could be a different type of car. It could be very useful, a bit higher. People have been saying that, coming, coins from a higher sort of, I don't want to say altitude, but, a taller car can affect things, but who knows? Like, or it could be absolutely teeny tiny. I don't know. No clue.
Yeah, let us know in the chat if you got it. And I guess you can't get it. Never mind. But yeah, we'll have to see how it turns out. I mean, it is interesting that they have the Mark II there at the end. That was kind of a surprise. But got Ghost Valley 1, 2 of them, and then it got Mario Circuit 3. But everything else is new. So that's, or at least like a newer track if you count Luigi Raceway. I think some people were still struggling on that coverage. So got Luigi Circuits and Waluigi Stadiums, 2 of each, I believe.
It's a yellow off-road track, the T version, Luigi Raceway, so it's not the best track there.
Ah, boo. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, that's good to know. See if anyone's in my rank that I see familiar. I don't see any friends in there. All right, cool. Let's get into some of the other news. Obviously, we have this versus tour, which is going to be unique. Mario versus Luigi starting now. 8-bit star as the challenge on the sheet. I'm trying to remember what level that is. Might be still 7 for me. During the tour, you also get the gold shielded speedster for completing these challenges.
Gold premium.
Gold premium, baby. What?
Yep, go have a look at it.
Yeah, let's go.
I didn't want to say anything. I wanted to surprise you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
That
Dude.
looks good, yeah.
Dude, that royal purple. That royal
Very
purple blue. Oh man. That looks so cool. So definitely gonna get that. I mean that's I know we haven't necessarily had the best relationship with gold gold premium challenges, but that looks sick, man. That looks absolutely insane.
6 tracks to start off with without any unlocks is pretty good. What is that? That's 10, 11 tracks starting off with is pretty. Yeah,
dude, that looks cool. I got 2 Waluigi stadiums. We'll get into some of the coverage here, but it looks like 2 of the older Mario circuits. Yeah, just 2 of the Mario Circuit 1.
And then out of all these tracks, apart from the Mario Circuit 1T, these are all like really, really good tracks. Like 3 of them are new, and 2 are newish and have like pretty bad coverage on them. Man. Mario Circuit R. Luigi Raceway is kind of older, but that's 4 brand like newer tracks.
That's awesome.
That's really, really good. And that's aside from the unlock.
Yeah, dude. That is what's up. I gotta love that. Cool. Let's get into obviously I think everything in this tour looks awesome. I think they've done a great job. I think they've done a pretty good job in general, but man, all these new items look pretty ridiculous. Okay. So about the team rally, we know about some of this information, but let's see if we got team tokens. See players around the world. We got that. Support your team tokens. Got it. We might have some days where you get kind of a boosted amount of tokens. Let's see, around the world, complete 1 point. Okay, so each token is 1 point. I know we've had kind of different varying points there. Players on the winning team will be rewarded. What's up, Nat? How you doing? By the way, other people in the chat. See Natalie. I see Fixer, Brian Kirsten, Kian, Eggsy Kart. Hopefully you're doing well. The results will be announced and the gifts will be sent to the team rally is over. Support bonuses, doubles all team points for that period of time. The next results will be calculated. Support bonuses. Oh, it does look like they gave us some tickets for some extra tokens for the token shop, which is always a plus. Yeah, and here we go.
I think checking a cap as well, I believe.
Yeah, driver cap.
Yeah, so many teams. That's pretty crazy. Extra cap ticket. Okay. I'll have to take a look just to add it in the actual.
Sorry, I jumped in. My bad. Sorry.
You're fine, man. All right, so then token shop. How is it? We'll obviously get a good gauge on this as it's going through. I think most of this, anything else, I mean, just for sake of time, anything new here seems pretty.
No, nothing crazy. I think the news has all the stuff that you want to see.
Yeah.
Like the first one that you're looking at.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Good. Looks like the bonus times we have the 17th, the 24th, and the 27th, which I think that's Saturday. The Saturday, Tuesday, and the next Saturday. Sunday. Yep, Saturday, Sunday, and then Tuesday to Wednesday, the last day of the tour.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
So, alright, it's going to be who's losing on the penultimate day, I assume. Isn't that just the way it goes? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Just run your auto clicker on the night that you get double time.
There you go.
Finish it with
There you go. Yeah, I mean, I think the tokens in general, I mean, they don't go away, so it doesn't really.
It's really easy anyway.
Doesn't help
it's
you.
easy regardless.
Yeah,
I like to know. I still like to know what's gonna come, like what I'm gonna get out of my pipe. So obviously, right off the bat, I'm gonna have to get Monty Mall. I want the audience to see every toy. That's one of the first things I'm doing, even before I'm getting any other item, because there's some awesome items I'd love to get. Love to get this like that black shield speedster's on the top of my list of things I'm gonna get as soon as I get rubies, because that looks awesome.
That's just 20 base points right there. That you've got from winning last week in that. Another 20 base points. I mean, it's how much was it, Luca? You said now we've got with like gold meat. You already said, I forgot.
2150 next week would be 60, so it'd be 2160 next week after you get the Waluigi.
Oh jeez, 12.
It's not stopping anytime. I don't think it'll ever stop, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we just got.
They would have stopped it a long time ago. I think again, hopefully they split the coverage off, which is what they look like they're doing with some of the tracks, but I don't know.
Nice. I also see Avi is in our Zoom as well. How are you doing, Avi? If you want to jump off of mute, feel free to say hello. Looking at the tracks, we got Mario Raceway, Mario Circuit T, and Mario Raceway T. Let's start with Mario Raceway. Let's see what we got here. Oh, hold on. Okay, just tell me about the tokens. Right. I mean, I think I'd like to jump into the MKT toolbox here in a little bit. But look here, guys. Mario Raceway. Guess who's there on the top shelf?
It's a top shelf buff as well. It's not boosted, so that's his only buff of the tour, and no second shelf buff. So that's the only buff he got this tour. Can't complain.
Oh my
I think it's about time you use the phrase that I think could not be more applicable to this item. The rich do get richer.
Yeah, rich getting richer, man, for sure.
It's just nuts.
Hey guys, I didn't want to barge into the conversation.
No, cool. Glad to have you on. It's always good to have you on with us. We're just talking about Gold Misu and how he gets. I mean, we talked about his buffing cycle going to be unlike any other driver. I mean, he was going neck and neck with Meowser last year, and he's blown any other conversation out of the water. For those people who do not have Gold Misu, for those not quite at tier 80 yet, you do have a super, which is nice that they threw that in there. We also have Mario. We have a couple giant banana drivers, both White Tanuki Mario and Mario Sunshine. We do have some other Mii options. Got Mario. A lot of supers. A lot of supers, guys. Wow.
Yeah, continuing with this trend. I like it, man. I really do. I mean, people have been using normals last tour on the track or two. It's Baby Mario, wasn't it? Wasn't it you?
Yeah, I used Baby Mario, and it was pretty good. It delivered.
And she's like, top 30. She's using Baby. I think that's really cool. I like that. Otherwise, they just sit there. Apart from the first 2 months you played the game, that first month really, they're completely pointless.
I will say though, the Mario is just a temporary buff because it's the Mario Cup. But yeah, 2 supers in addition to him, really nice for the newer players. But between Mario Samurai, White Tanuki Mario, Mario Sunshine, no one's gonna have a hard time covering this track. But if you have Gold Mii, he's the obvious option. Let's get to Karts. It looks like we got some super options here, including one of the classics, Blue 7. It's been a while since I've used this cart, and it's been, I mean, it used to be clutch. It used to be absolute clutch. So we have the Cream Cat Cruiser, the Silver Flowery cart, got the Huffed and Puffed cart, the Coke Pineapple one. Interesting. I think the Warrior Wagon is a popular one for a lot of people. And then, of course, we got this brand new Gold Warrior Wagon. Did I miss this? This must be a Gold Pass award.
That should be the rank reward next. Is it Gold Pass or is it ranked next week?
Well, I see it as like with the little present on top. So my guess is that it's coming as a Gold Pass.
Yeah, it should be Gold Pass. Yeah. I'll double check just in case.
Thank you. But man, this is a little tough. I mean, you have some supers, so I don't want to say tough, But like, if you're not using a super, what are you using? This is like, these are all like smaller carts. I think the Piranha Pipes and the Warrior Wagon are like the only ones that ever hit the meta.
Yeah, like the Piranha Pipes have been strong. I continued to be strong. The Warrior Wagon, I remember right at the beginning, but it's always kind of pale compared to the Armored Rider. It's had a little bit of a comeback, here and there, I would say, over the last 2-3 months. But it's nothing compared to its brother. So I actually wouldn't be surprised if not too many people have that at a high level, relatively compared to at least the Armored Rider. But the Piranha Pipes, I would say, is the one that a lot of people have. It's been a fantastic car.
Yeah, that's what I'm using. It always gets a rank buff every so often. Like, if it doesn't get a rank buff, it's in ranked. It's always consistently there.
Piranha's things they do well.
They do. They have been doing well, and I think you can get the Piranha Pipe cart from like the all clear pipe. Whereas I think the Warrior Wagon, I don't think I've seen it very often there at all.
Can you get the Piranha Pipes?
I thought you could. I'd be interested to see because the list has grown so big. I think I did get it once, or in addition to when I purchased it, but I might be wrong.
I hope so.
Don't quote me on that.
I'd love to get some boost on that.
That would be nice. Either way, it's Blue 7 for me. And let's look at gliders. Oh wow, the Silver Star Shoot, one of my favorite gliders from, what was it, 2020. It's been a while since we've seen it back. It used to be really strong in the meta, but yeah, it's been over a year since many of us have really found it useful. But here it is alongside. Let's see what all we have. Oh, we have a normal there. Wow.
I'm using that.
Yeah, that's what I'm using. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I guess quad cap it, right? We have plenty of tickets.
408 base points.
408.
408. Yeah,
I'll take it.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's essentially exactly the same as a super. Glide type is marginally different, but points wise, it's exactly the same as just an 8 uncapped high end. Sorry.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say, I think for some, like we've seen the Nabbit oil paper umbrella emerge a little bit in the meta. Nothing else too much. I will say the vanilla and chocolate balloons has been pretty strong in the meta. Some people might have that. And then
flower's picking up a lot of tracks. It's starting to really, that flower's looking real good now.
The smiley. It's been coming on late. It was pretty rough there for a while.
Yeah, it was.
I think like the second, again, it was really early, and we overreact a tad here on the channel. But I think it's like second tour. It was probably like a B- when it came to those tracks, and the tour after might have been like a B, maybe B+. But the last two tours, this tour, look, this is a great buff. And the tour before got it. This tour and then the tour before got some pretty strong buffs. Maybe even the tour before that, because I think we're thinking about like 4 or 5 tracks since it's been released. For me though, it's got to be the Silver Star Shoe. So feel pretty good about this loadout. Pretty happy here. Let's get into the track. What do you guys think about Mario Raceway?
It's a really good track, I think. Really easy.
It's sort of basic.
One of those.
But like in a nice way that I think you'll get a pleasant drive. It's uncomplicated, but I think in a nice sort of Spartan way.
How do you feel about Coinbox with it?
Really easy. Amazing track for it.
Yeah, I think
probably the best you could ask for, to be honest.
I was gonna say that I saw a lot of a lot of turns, but these are pretty gradual turns. I could probably make this work.
Yeah, they're not pretty sharp.
This is a Coinbox's dream, pretty much. Coinbox's dream would just be straight line up, straight line down. But apart from that, I think you're doing is there a jump at the side? Yeah.
There's basically a good straightaway in between each boxes that you can get a perfect straightaway.
Is it 3 boxes? I wasn't paying attention.
3 boxes, yeah. And that's enough to get to an easy 200.
I was going to say, yeah.
Yeah, it will just be a thing of like grinding down bots and that's it.
someone's gonna end up getting triple coin box, like double box or something like that, and post 275. Like I can see it happening.
It's not the highest action count track, but it's still like it's not like one of those tracks where you're like, oh, I'm gonna dip below 200 if I don't get something too crazy.
Yeah.
So you can't go up there. Not that
yeah, nice.
Oh.
I was hoping they'd have some sort of dynamic where you could like circle.
Yeah, that'd be cool if you could go the whole way around or something.
Yeah, I just didn't see that. It was more in hope than expectation, but anyway.
Yeah, I don't think I got any Coinbox action in there because there were 3 other Coinbox drivers on that in my little lobby there. But because I was hoping to kind of see how it kind of spurts out and if it would be, but yeah, I mean, I think you guys are right. I think that's a pretty fair track to get coin boxes. I think if someone's able to get like 4 singles, 5 singles or something, that could be the run. That's insane. Cool. Yeah, I think overall, like it's a fun track. I mean, I probably could get boring after a while, but I mean, there's enough stuff. There's some Goombas sitting around. There is that little pipe going on. Yeah, not bad. No gliding section, which is perfect for Coinbox. So I'm with you there. Good. Let's get into after it pulls me up there. Let's look at now Mario Circuit T. This is a new track, right?
No. It's from the Mario Tour that happened this year. It's a few months back.
Okay.
So it's still a newish track.
Yeah.
But it's yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look at that, a double feature. What do you know? That's insane.
I think you'll survive picking Team Mario Studfit. I don't think you'd have any trouble with the tokens. It's not going to hurt you too much.
Well, look at that. I mean, I'm glad I picked Team Luigi because that's pretty crazy, man. To get 2 gold Mii suits week 1 of ranked. Usually it's like if they give him a double feature, it's one week 1, 1 week 2. But yeah, he's got 2 week 1. That's crazy. For those who do not have the gold Mii, if you don't like Mii's at all, it looks rough.
I mean, that sounds up the game nowadays, doesn't it?
Yeah. You do have some Luigi though, which we knew was gonna happen. Just which Luigi was gonna get this tough track. Daisy Farmer in there. Look at all these Mii's. Oh my.
Oh, there's 2 Luigi. I was gonna say only one. Kitsune. I can't believe it. No, 2 Kitsune. Yeah.
Yeah, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Mii's, and yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 non-Mii's. That's crazy. 7-to-4 ratio. Oh man, if anyone fighting the Mii's, I feel bad for you. It's never too late. Never too late. Let's get into carts. Oh, look at this. Got a couple options here. Obviously, the Lightning Streamliner has been the meta. It's been really strong, especially if you went into it for its battle track. Sakura Off-Road obviously was pretty strong for me last year. Not a huge hitbox, but really strong. And then, of course, my beloved Pink Comet there. We do have this gold Cupid Zero. I know, Avi, you went into the silver golds.
Yeah. And it's great because before I had such a bad card on what was the other one for the second week? Hold on.
Oh, last week?
It was Raceway, I think. Luigi Raceway.
Yeah, Luigi Raceway. I had like sweet right? No, like the ice cream, the pastry, whatever back thing.
Oh yeah.
Or one of the dashers, but it was so very low because it made nothing for my account, and man, that was good because very timely.
Yeah, I will say there are 1, 2, 3, like 20 carts here on the top shelf. This is insane. Obviously, looking at that and then looking at this is not a great buff for our Black Shield Speedster. There's just so many carts here. Some meta, like this Camo Tanuki cart, Blooper Shuttle, Cact B for an older one. This is probably one of the more cluttered top shelves of the newer tracks so far that we've looked at compared to like the last one. But yeah,
I mean, I've got a very strong account. I've got the Cactar. If that Cactar was not there, I'm like with a level 2 cart.
You're relying on the newer carts aside. Like if you want a pure, really good hitbox, the gold Cupid just got buffed in this, and so did the Pink Comet and the Shielded Speedster. So a lot of new carts that are big.
Yeah, definitely. There's luckily the Cactar has saved me on this track, but I'm getting this more like I'm going more for newer items, especially with carts than I would have been, trying to do sort of general overall coverage.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lightning Streamliner was pretty strong meta though. Surprised you didn't go with that, Kareem.
With which one, sorry?
The Lightning McQueen, the Lightning Streamliner.
It was just below my MVH.
The minimum viable hitbox, like it. Abby, were you gonna say something?
Actually, I just checked my loadout because I was confused. So yeah, actually, I'm just like Grim. I'm with the Cactar there because what I invested in was silver, Cupid Terra, not gold. But I do plan to do the new shielded because I love that card.
Yeah, looks awesome. So you guys didn't go into blue. You guys aren't believers of Camo Tanuki Kart or the Blooper Shuttle because those have been pretty. Those obviously have been in the top 10 for the last couple tours. Curious how you feel about their peaking now.
Too small for
you.
Yeah, too small.
Okay. Well, for those newer players, if you're having to kind of jump in and obviously some of these carts are a little older. If you had to go into the gold Cupid's Arrow or this black Shield Speedster, two solid carts that look awesome, that have a wide hitbox and get this track. For myself, I'm gonna have to go Pink Comet, and then let's get into gliders. Oh boy, gold hard hat. Interesting. We were curious to see how, but you know what? You know what's right there with it that overlaps a lot is that Fire Manta.
Manta, yeah.
They overlap a lot. Like a lot.
I don't have like either of them, and I'm like, I don't know which one I don't know which one to go for personally, and I have no glider on this.
Wait, Kareem, did you not buy the gold hard hat?
I have it at level 1.
Oh, I was gonna say, I'm like, if you didn't buy it, you're not gonna ever get it again.
No, I have it at level 1, and I think I have Fire Manta level 2 or something like that. And I've been looking at them as future investments. I was, and I'm going to have to pick one. But I've been more bullish on the gold hard hat as time has gone on. But same with the Silver Manta, the Fire Manta.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have a decision to make.
I do see here it did also get. Oh, just 1 second. I did see that it also got the Waluigi Stadium RT, which is a week 2 rank, so it's definitely at least a double feature. Which is, man, this thing has been coming on of late. Abby?
No, that's not the rank one.
Am I the only one that has a level 8 pink balloons, pink silver?
The meteors.
Meteors. Crazy has.
Wait, hold on a second. The record test is there.
Crazy
oh, sorry. Oof. Oh my god, the record test is there. Sorry, I missed that completely. I'm fine.
You're okay.
And a yellow hard hat.
And yellow's there too.
Yeah.
Best glider.
So overall, I would say Mario Circuit's not too tough to cover for Mario Circuit T.
Record setter? Heck yeah. Level 8 quad capped.
Yeah, man. I'm with you.
This is the Wahoo Loop exclusive here. That's
a glider.
Every once in a while, it gets a good buff like this. So I will say though, this track is not. I don't think this track is hard to cover for a lot of people. I don't know. What do you guys think?
No.
I think you got a lot of options at Kart. You got a lot of options at Glider. And then hopefully you're rolling with the gold me. I will say Monk Music mentioned if you do not have the gold me suit like he does, Monty me has top shelf on those 2 tracks as well. So for what it's worth, if you want to, if you're struggling, you don't have tier 80 yet, 2 options there. So let's get into the track. Man, that quad cap option there for Pink Comet's kind of interesting. What do you guys think about the track? What do you think about Mario Circuit T?
Oh, this is an old
I
track.
like it. Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen
But-
this. Yeah, it's good,
I
man.
don't like it. Too short for Coinbox. Like you have to really. I think the estimate's 190 here for Coinbox, if I'm correct.
Yeah, it's just.
Oh no, it's 220, I think, but it's a hard one.
Yeah, there's one version where there was I don't know if it was a buff. There was King Boo or Lucky Seven or something like King Boo Me, and it absolutely outdid the coin box on one version, but definitely not this version because it was going the other way around.
I'll check the estimate here for you. It is. Yeah, I was right. 190. No. What is this? This is a T.
It's T, I believe.
It was DS Mario Circuit N that Gold Me was boosted on. I remember when the track first came out. 190.
Right.
So
Yeah.
this one should be 220. My fault.
For a short track, there's a lot going on here.
215 for this one.
215. Okay, good. Yeah.
It's
190. Coin boxes of 180 to 200 optimal can be a real. A grind, obviously, but they can be very, very tough. Because just getting 190 and being 10 short of that 200 can be worth so much. But yeah, if it's 215, that's shouldn't be.
Yeah, that's
I got worried. I thought it was the normal one because I hated that. Like that was the worst grind. But yeah, you should be fine here.
Should be set there. That's probably why the coverage is not that hard. It's obviously a little slightly older track, but I don't know. That track is okay. It's just very similar to the first one. Wonder if I could get a little burnt out.
That's true. There's one at the very end of track that I'm not going to say. I think you'll either love it or hate it. I think it's very, very nice.
I hope you're talking about Waluigi Stadium, because that's one I'm excited to see. I didn't grow up playing that track, so I'm excited to see it really for the first time with you guys today. Good. Then we have Mario Raceway RT, which is this is a new track for sure, right, guys?
Yes, and it's got an interesting top shelf.
Right off the top, we see Spode and King Mario.
Space Toad, man.
Space Toad's been in ranked almost every single tour, it seems.
Yeah.
Since his release. Then we got at least 3 Miis. We got Poochie, we got Toad Tourist, and then of course the token Luigi's. We always gotta get the Luigi's.
I really like that. I like that. Nintendo, well done.
Well done. So
that's like most of the plus skill drivers there.
This is most of the newest plus skill drivers. Yeah. Yeah, we don't have Light Blue Shy Guy Explorer, which he's been kind of been tied in with Poochie and with Toad Astronaut. But yeah, I think it is nice that they gave some of the top skill non-Miis, and they don't. This is the one track that they don't give to Gold Me in ranked. So yeah, this is fine. I'll be using probably. Let's see what we have on second shelf. Do we have any Coinbox drivers? No Coinbox drivers. Oh boy.
He's king everybody.
So
I would generally say if it's a T track though, with depending on the coins around, I'm not familiar with if there's coins around that can make boomerangs so actually really enjoyable. So whenever I see it's a T track, I tend to be more positive towards boomerang, but it could be a horror show.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. I when I see a T track or an RT track, I do wonder how much the coins will get flown around. But when I don't see a Coinbox driver on that second shelf, that's a little scary. I will say to go full circle, Luca, if they gave this to the Pink Me, that would be where I would take you up on your challenge. Like if they put Pink Me here,
Is that not the pink meat? Oh, that's
This is the
okay,
Roy.
sorry.
The Roy
I was
meat.
gonna.
I'll
I
tell
was
you what's
gonna.
also funny. Yeah, go, you say Kareem.
No, I was gonna say if that was the pink meat, then like forget King Mario and Space Toad. I mean, there's only one option.
The Roy meat's actually discounted this tour for no reason.
Yeah, what was up with that? It was the only one too, right? Like usually they give 3 options. So I'm gonna go King Mario. I'm most likely gonna go King Mario on this track, mainly because I don't get to use it very often.
Man, look at that plane, so good.
The Jumbo Jetter.
It's been amazing. It's been covering everything for me.
This is the tough one. This is the tough Kart top shelf. Really, the pink speeder, which is on a tear, and this Jumbo Jetter are really the only meta options. We do have 2 new carts, both which look sick. I mean, I think this is where, oh man, so many carts to invest in. I think this could throw.
You have to go on that, man. You have to go all in on that.
The black looks so cool too, though, and then the silver is right there, and that looks awesome. This is gonna be tough, man.
You know, even if you're like wrong, like I will be happy to be wrong about that gold Shield Speedster. Like,
oh man,
it's just so cool.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
But I understand that, you know, of course, other people will like. I mean, we got another. Oh no, it's not the cream. It's not the cream beat dash. I was going to say. It's the pink one, which still does very well.
Speed is well and ranked again. Like that car just doesn't stop getting tracks. I think Shadow has that at a high level. Really, really good car.
Yeah,
it's small, but its coverage is amazing.
Yeah,
Natalie, Pig Speeder. That's her.
Pig Speeder's been crushing it.
That's how she gets top 10, man.
Yeah, I think it's actually on the fringe, if not in already. But I mean, it's just been. I mean, I think we pointed it out. I think Sammy looked at it like 2 months ago. I was like, man, this does really well for my account. And then ever since then, just like it's just been absolutely bonkers. Just getting, and we've had a Princess Tour. We've had some stuff also that made sense for it to get buffed here. For me, I'll be going with the pink. It's probably my lowest of the Mark IIs. But it's a nice big hitbox. And then for gliders, you got the wonderful Garnet, a glider that a lot of people have been going really heavy into, and like for good reason. It's been one of the top 2 gliders.
Again, that's been wow.
Autumn Leaves has been coming on strong, and then of course, shout out to the GSG.
Yeah, man.
I was surprised about this one, man.
Red Checker is there. I was fortunate with that. Green Shell gliders. I can't. I just find it hard. I just really do. I
agree with you, Kareem. The Green Shell.
I'm in the GSG server. I'm a hypocrite.
I think wonderful Garnet has to be probably the top option for a lot of people. I think a nice little consolation could be the Autumn Leaves if you like the look of it. But I think for a newer player, this green emblem might be the way
Lightning
to go.
Plus, man.
Lightning Plus, commemorative item, which seems to be kind of get pretty solid buffs. For me, I'm a little early on this block, which seems to be kind of slightly beating out the Goomba. They're kind of neck and neck. Neither one of them have been great, but this is a nice buff. I'm happy to have this. Otherwise it'd be pretty slim pickings for me. So there you go. And these are the tiers of my gliders too. Is like I either have like a level 6 single, level 7 double, level 8. If I can, triple or quad, that's kind of been the way I've been doing in my investments. If I like something early, so here it is. Let's get into the RT. What do you guys think about the track?
Pretty good track.
Yeah.
Just to go back on the pink speeder, it's a top 5 kart, so
top 5.
It's already way up there. And with that hitbox being top 5, that's like, that's near impossible to happen.
It's very tough to be a top 5 with that size hitbox. So it's not small. It's like right there on the fringe of that minimum viable hitbox.
Great coverage, and I'm glad that it's worked out well for everyone. But I just personally couldn't do it.
You could probably do it, Kareem. I would not.
It's it's too late now. Anyway, if I want, if I wanted to, but I nah, like I place so much value on maybe more so than is warranted on cart size, just because it's more like an enjoyment. It's like I wouldn't quite call it a mushroom legacy, if you like, but I don't know. I just love rocking a huge cart.
I will say, I know I know Kareem, you were specifically on Car Talk along with Avi, but I don't know if I got like a pure answer from you. I think one thing Sam asked is he's like, hey, what do you think having a hitbox? How does it impact your All Cup ranking score? Like if would it be and he guessed like 10%. I was like, there's no way it would impact my score 10%. But we're talking about 1%, 2%. Like, I mean, how much more does having a bigger hitbox?
Okay, so
if you had to put a number.
So this past tour, my personal best, I got just over 2.9 million. I would say if you took away all my large hitboxes and replaced them with something moderate, Tanuki or something like that, I would say I would drop 70k, 75k maybe.
Yeah.
Because on selected tracks, there are some coin box tracks where hitting that to also appreciate if you can, like at the high levels, that attraction count below that 200 can be 6, 7, 8,000 points almost, and in some respects. So I would say if we're talking 3 million, 75,000 is a small percentage, and that will be less relevant the lower the lower your HI estimate is. It just makes things easier. I'm not very good at Coinbot. I've watched yourself. I've watched Abby. I've watched loads of people and their ability to optimally use Coinbox. And I that's something that I'm not quite great at, and I feel I need a bit of compensation with cart size. I also do think they do recover actions here and there, like when you are boomboxing or something, for example, driving through coins and things like that. There's other little subtleties.
I think that matters a lot, especially when it comes to like less than 10 actions or even 10, 20 actions that you can getting a few more coins.
And, coin boxes in your Lucky 7 lobby, things like that.
Yeah. Golden shadows and stuff.
If you're going for the upper echelons. Oh, sorry, Abby. Go ahead.
I can also, like, for instance, I can see the comparison, especially with a card that you personally like, Studfit, which is the Tropical Truck.
Mm-hmm.
I used to have, that was my card for Bowser Castle 3, and I then went and leveled up Red Off-Roader to max out. And the difference in performance, and I gather that ever since the track came out, my skill would have probably gotten better, but the difference in performance for me is drastic. It picks up everything, and granted that is extreme comparison because the off-roader is obviously the bigger card. Mm-hmm. But for example, I also have shielded in one of the versions of the castles that came out with the Bowser tour. And just the ability to focus on other things of the game, because you know that the card is taking care of picking up the coins without much effort, that is valuable, regardless of what your ability may be.
Yeah. No, I think we're looking at for any advantage. I just kind of ran the quick calculations. Based on say 70K out of 2.9 million, and it came out to like 2.4%, which is, it's not a lot, but 2.4% is, when we're talking about, 200 actions, that's an additional actions, you know. So I don't know. I think we're all looking for those 5 actions. So
but also when you're talking about that amount of points and or percentage, if you're a person that is consistently going for top 100 and top 10, that can be the difference in you being in or out. So
100%.
Yeah. You want to help yourself.
Something knows that all too well.
Yeah, I mean 70K. That's a huge swing for a top 10. But for us top 100 people, even 30K. That, I mean, the way I'm just guessing. Like let's say 30K, 40K for us. Top 100 people. For me, that's like you save me an hour, save me 2 hours, of grinding time. So I'll take whatever I can save. That is for sure.
Yeah, man.
All right, let's get into week 2. We got Luigi Cup, starting with Luigi Circuit T, and right off the bat, I see a lot of Miis. We do have some Explorer, some Hammers, some other stuff going on. I see Cat Mii. I see Poochie. All right, Poochie's finally getting some love. And then here is what is a Coinbox exclusive track for our brand new Coinbox Luigi Gold Knight. He obviously gets he can never have, well, I guess it's the Luigi Cup, but he can never have his own Luigi. He's on every track. So we got Dr. Luigi joined by Gold Knight Luigi. But a lot of Miis here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Miis. Donkey Kong and Cat are 2 that have been invested in by some of the Mii investors. I would say if you are not using Poochie or Gold Luigi Knight, it's gonna be tough. No like meta, no like PD Piranha Mii or something else. Hey, I hear my voice in an echo. Make sure to mute me. If you can. Otherwise, I'll have to mute everybody. All right, maybe I'll just do this. Okay, I don't hear an echo there. All right, so we have, I think like for the Miis, there's only 2 real big options, meta options, unless you're Kareem, who has the Peach Mii suit at level 8. But Cat Mii suit, Donkey Kong Mii suit, 2 strong options. I'll probably go with, to be honest, I'll probably go with Donkey Kong Mii suit. It's at level 4, and I think just single cap there. Yeah, some older options. Toadette, Builder. I have a level 7. I don't even know how. But Poochie and Gold Luigi, pretty strong options there. I'll be going with Donkey Kong Misu. And then look at that.
Because that's a boosted. Like that's a complete boosted track.
What is the?
That's a Lucky 7 and Coinbox track. So that's not the actual top shelf.
He just gets the Mii boost for that first first track. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, cool. That's good to know. What about Cat? Because I do have it's kind of intriguing.
I have Cat Mii. It was a mistake. I shouldn't have done it. I have it at 8 double cap. It's the one non-plus skill Mii that I've taken to 8 and double capped, and it does actually have quite a few tracks. But those 5 cap tickets could have been spent somewhere else, and I wouldn't have lost out by not putting those 5 on that. So, I have that sort of philosophy about a single cap or a triple cap. Like that's the way that I personally play the game, because 3 is quite a big gap and it cements its tracks. 1 is cool, it gives you a boost and all that, but you're only committing 1 ticket. So I wish I hadn't double capped that. But ironically, in my aim to try and get first in ACR last, I double capped Donkey Kong Mii 5 minutes before I found out that somebody has just destroyed me and I have no chance. And I was thinking, oh God, no! I've just spent 5 caps and I don't have them. But I'm happy to see him here. So that's just a little personal anecdote, but I'm quite happy to see him.
I will say both to these points, both the Donkey Kong Mii and the Cat Mii have just a temporary boost, thanks to the Mii boost. that they have. So they do not actually have this track long term. So I don't know. This is a huge track for Gold Luigi Night.
Yeah.
It's a T track, so you always kind of have to curb that a little bit. But I mean, I think it's a huge win for him. Any coin box driver that starts out like that, that's huge. I even wonder if maybe we get to the point where this Moo Me becomes really interesting to invest in with the Mushroom Cannon, which has been pretty strong in the meta. I don't know if it has even any battle tracks, but I guess
it does. It does. It can be middle shelf on battle track 1, I believe.
Okay.
I want to say that. Yeah. No, I've definitely used. Oh no, I was thinking of Paris.
Shy Guy Pastry. Pastry Chef.
But absolutely, yeah.
Okay, or Pastry Me or something like that. Okay, cool.
Pastry Me is on that's on Cookie Land. Pastry Me.
Yeah, this is tough top shelf unless you're investing in this Luigi Night. Because I'm not investing in Pucci. Moving into carts, though, look at that. The original Shield Speedster gets the nice Luigi circuit. Very fitting there with so many Shield Speedsters and Warrior Wagon alts. It's nice to have him get this track. We do have the Blue Crawley, which some people have invested in really early. And then there's a bunch of other small carts. There's a double feature though with two tougher tracks with the Silver Warrior Wagon, which I think is really interesting. Yeah. And then of course we got this the Waluigi Racer, which we can win in week 1 of ranked. So you can get it in time for this, but a lot of small carts unless you're going with the Silver Warrior Wagon, Blue Crawley, or Shield Speedster.
Hot Rod isn't teeny tiny. It's wide. It's not giant by any means.
It's not the kind of card I would want to be tried.
Me neither.
You would say it's small. Is that a smaller MBH than a jukebox?
But again, sorry to cut you off, Kareem.
What's that? Sorry.
To compare something like this, because its width is 180, which is very, very good. Like that's like piranha pipe size, cactus size, and all of that. But its length is just very, very small. But if you're comparing this to, say, I don't know, a speeder's only got like 130 width, 140 width, I think, which is quite significant in terms of that. And the width is what matters because the length can only turn so much if you have that. But again, if you're just going on the straightaway, it's going to be fine. It's going to be 10 times better compared to a speeder, even if you're drifting.
I mean, your Jumbo Jetta is very wide, but it's like the shortest car in the game.
No. The Jumbo Jetta's got the same hitbox as the Warrior Wagon and all that type of stuff. They got data mine now.
Yeah, Jumbo Jetta is actually
220.
Yeah,
220 is Jumbo Jetta. It's massive.
It's so short.
Same as the Cupid. It appears short. It's got like a plus hitbox, but it got data mined that it's actually the same as the Cupids and everything.
Huh?
It's not. I wouldn't say it's small. I mean, we got some really small cards here.
It feels small, but it's not.
It's not small. I'm just saying that it's width is what I concern myself with, and for that reason, I would say the hot rod is not a terrible choice. But
I agree with you.
It's not as bad as the sneaker and the Fast Frank and this Dry Bones Dasher, but I think you're gonna want to go with the Shield Speedster for like the newer players. Shield Speedster, Blue Crawley Kart, or the Warrior Wagon, or even this Waluigi Mark II. I think all 4 of those options are pretty strong for you. I think if you have to go to the next tier, certainly Hot Rod is okay. I actually, I mean, I've driven it. I'm not a big fan of it. And if you like, we're talking a little bit about taller carts. It's really also short too. If that matters to you, it doesn't really matter to me as much. But I just think I feel like I'm grabbing everything with the Shield Speedster. And I know the Crawley carts are phenomenal too. But maybe you feel like you can kind of zig and kind of have more flexibility with the hop rod. Hop rod.
I would never go for the hot pot. I'm just like, it's just I've seen some really top players that are in the top 10 who've got it at a high level. They're obviously, but forget playing. I'm trying to play chess. They're playing 3D chess. I don't know what they're doing. They're just a level beyond. So I just thought that maybe it has some credentials, but I am kind of basing that on other people. So
yeah,
not
it's gonna be a no for me, dog. For gliders though, we got the tropical balloons, which I absolutely love. So we did get the 8-bit Goomba and 8-bit Block. Both got a rank track, which after last tour, both of them getting snubbed. Looks like they're probably going to be neck and neck on that for those people who've been kind of keeping an eye on them. But other than that, we have I don't know. This is an interesting top shelf. Looks like though we have a double feature for the green emblem, and both of them pretty tough tracks to cover. So if you have to go with one of the emblems, the green emblem might be the way to go. Yeah, double feature there on two tough tracks. I know some people went into the Candlelight Flight Cake. Some people went into the Luigi hat. I haven't really seen too many people go into the Stealth Glider or the green Checkered. But I think a lot of people went into the Tropical Balloons, which obviously is the one I went into. How are you guys feeling about gliders here?
I think you summed it up perfectly.
Yeah, it's tough. I going with Luigi's hats, which green shell. So it's one of what I call like an anti-meta glider. It fills holes or whatever. And the Candlelight Flight. I can't remember which one it is. I had that because on my very first top 10 run, second Metropolitan tour, I took it to a double because I was going for my second top 10. I'm not sure I would have invested in it otherwise. So that's definitely that's a tough top shelf.
I think I literally.
Yeah,
Goomba.
I was gonna say,
if you've got Goomba, terrific. But there's been so many gliders come out recently that there's going to be a bunch that don't have it. And the green checkered one was like universally decided as the worst.
Yeah, that was a rank award too. That one, it's not going to be any.
That was pretty obvious. I will say that Candlelight Flake Cake. I think I've pulled that from like all clear pipes and from other just random pipes like three or four times. So I don't know why that one just keeps getting pulled all the time, but yeah, it's honestly compared to some of the other stuff I could pull, I'm pretty happy with it. I do want to give a shout out to Tokyo. What's going on, Tokyo, and Priska? Hopefully you're doing well. And then a nice, very kind post from Lauren Wicker Jr., who finally got top 1,000 last tour. Congratulations. Looking good for the one that just ended. Thanks again for your continued dedication to Mario Kart and all you do for the community. I appreciate that, Lauren. Thank you very much for that comment. I think there could be people who invested in the Goomba, and if you did, this is a relief because it's. I know for Avi, you probably. I mean, you had to feel a little stressed these last couple tours.
Oh my god, yes.
So this is a relief.
Yes.
Yeah. You feel good. All right, let's get into it then. Obviously, don't feel too bad about this. I mean, this might give me a reason to take up the DK. There's just so many things, so many drivers I could want to invest in. I don't think I'm going to take, like, even if I took Luigi Gold Knight to level 4 and dropped, 3 tickets on him after I purchased him, he still wouldn't get as many points here as the DK suit. So I'm probably and that's all probably I'm probably only going to get like 4 or 5 driver tickets this tour when it's all said and done. So I think I'll probably be rolling with the DK suit, and if I have to invest in him more, I might do that. What do you think about Luigi Circuit T?
This is an amazing track. You can get 200 here with Giant Banana, which is phenomenal.
Whoa, really?
So yeah, I know.
That's rare.
Yeah, you can get 200 here. Another quick thing to say is that the DK may not got any top shelf buffs this tour, but he got 3 second shelf buffs. And all 3 second shelf buffs are new tracks. Mario Raceway R, Luigi Circuit T, which is a ranked track here, and Waluigi Stadium RT. So 3 really, really good buffs for the second shelf.
That's really good to know because that's not something I look at very often. So appreciate you mentioning that. I don't look at the second shelf.
How do you know this stuff, Luke? Like honestly, like I open the tour, often with Luca, and it's like he's got a sheet next to him, prepared to tell you everything about every track and every. It's mightily impressive.
Well, that's why I like having. That's why I like having these reactions with people who can see all this other stuff. I'm just looking at, the tracks and the basic stuff. So I appreciate everyone's help. That's it's one of the things I really am glad about doing this. I didn't do reactions for a while. This is why I do them the way that we do them for people like you guys helping me out.
No worries, man. It's a pleasure. But I also wanted to shout out Siegel as well. Like, if you ask me, myself and Siegel, anything to do with buffs or whatever, like we're on top of it already. Like we'll know the me's that are on that track, or the good meta stuff that's all over it. And it's just like even like your own items. Like you probably know yourself, Studfit items that you invest in. Oh, that has that track because you use it a lot,
Right.
But it's always good fun to see what gets buffed and everything.
Yeah, I have that memory capacity for maybe a couple of months, and then it's sort of unless it's a very very obvious one, which tends to be a boomerang on a certain track or a giant banana. But like with me's and buffs and stuff like that, how are you 300 and
it's so many.
I know I like the game, but it's not even
not that much.
It's the capacity. It's the memory capacity. It's it's the intelligence to put it together. It's I don't often give Luca compliments, so remember this.
Oh my gosh!
In a friendly way, Studfit. In a friendly way, we just always give each other shit all the time. That's all.
No, I like it.
Sure.
I like it. Yeah, a couple things. So interesting track. I think it's. I like the design. There's obviously a lot going on there. One thing to point out is because we have a versus tour. It's technically a team like rally, meaning that just verify, guys, that if I'm on Team Luigi and the first place person is Team Luigi, like a computer, and I send out a red shell, it will hit them, right?
Yes.
But not. But the good thing is that you can avoid blue shells and lightning by being on the same team with somebody who else to send that. So hypothetically, we could get better runs from a team rally compared to a non-team rally. Is that true?
I do believe so. I also think that if you are like in first, they may have changed this, but it used to be that you sort of hung to the left side of the track, and second place was on your team. The red shell would just fly past you. I don't know if that has been fixed, but that was definitely the case in the past.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
So I did get a question from Mr. Rockstar. It says if I could suggest a glider for week one's first track, which I believe is Mario's Raceway. And I think honestly most people should be using a Minion paper glider.
I'm even using that. Abby's using that too.
Yeah, me too.
We both go for top 100 nearly every so often. Like we're in the top sector of the player base. If we're using that, you'll be fine as well. So don't stress out.
Yeah, no, I do wonder though if you're a newer player, if what your normal gliders are looking like. Gliders aren't really too hard to max out compared to like karts or even drivers. But I think if you can take the Minion, just use that. I think if you have to go another direction. You could go
smiley flower. I'd say the smiley flower.
Okay. Yeah. I think I would put maybe the Nabbit above the flower, but I could see that.
Those two are both good. Yeah.
Vanilla chocolate's not bad either.
Yeah, and if you like shrooming on Cookie Land,
yeah. No one likes shrooming.
That is true.
Oh, I see. So they were talking about next week's first track. So for Luigi Circuit, my apologies there, but Yeah, I think if somebody has to, like a newer player, I'm thinking if I'm a newer player, I'm investing in it. I mean, honestly, I probably like new player. I'd probably go Green Emblem to be honest with you. I'd probably just get it 3 times and just either roll with it at level 3, or you could even invest in it more if you don't want to spend any money. If you don't want to spend any money, I think
100% Goomba. It's one of the newer gliders, and it's phenomenal.
It is in the shop, so yeah, maybe
it's a newer one.
I could see someone. I could see that. Luigi Hat's been right up there too, but I think I probably would want to ride the newer items, so maybe Goomba there.
Goomba.
If you want an old coverage,
like
go the Rocket 4.
Yeah, if you like a punt, you could go on the Emblem or Goomba. I would say that's kind of it.
Really. If I'm a new player and I want to get a double ranked option, and I want to ride out the streak. You know, commemorative items are going to be strong. I think we've already kind of seen some of the Goombas buffs. I mean, I feel like my number one recommendation for a newer player would be the Green Emblem. I think maybe 2 would be Goomba.
I agree.
Absolutely. Especially it depends how new you are and stuff. But I remember my girlfriend's account when she got a new glider, and we'd take it to like 4 single cap or something. We were just using it all the time, and it was so important. Goomba, I'm not saying is a bad option either at all. Of course, it's not.
Goomba's not done. He's going to get 1 or 2 buffs for the next couple tours. I'm not too worried about it, but I mean, I just feel like if you're going to run with a new option, especially if you're a newer player, you got a double feature from ranked. It's a great skill. This is a great tour for it to be released because you got all these newer tracks, and it looks cool. So I don't know. That to me, but it's a good question because it's not obvious which one. If you're a newer player, you're like, these all look kind of a little sketch. I will say, because there's not even like a flowery glider that, or, something else that people really like. And it's so tough to get excited about these checkered gliders. I don't know if anyone's invested in them, but even like, I don't know, just because they came out all at the same time, they're all pretty basic. And I think we all got kind of burnt out from some of the 8-bit gliders that look nearly identical.
Red checkered man, it's gonna change the world. No, it's not.
Be patient. Trust me.
I
know you're a bit.
I'm glad I went. Like, I wouldn't go in on something like that. Like, willy nilly with no reason. So I'm happy with it. It's just not a very inspiring glider. Let's just
I'm I'll be honest with you. I was really excited about going in on the pink Comet. I love pink. It's got a nice hitbox. It gave me great coverage, and it still gives me good coverage. But I think when it comes to the joy that I could get from investing into maybe one of the Cupid's arrows or one of these shielded speedsters, I almost would have rather invested in one of these the carts that came out this tour, because there's just so many good ones. Gold Shield Speedster, dark or black Shield Speedster, Silver Warrior Wagon. I mean, these are some awesome gliders or awesome carts that I probably would have had. I mean, it's hard to think about having more fun than the Pink Comet, but I mean, Pink Comet's kind of similar to the red checkered glider, where some of these other items where it's like as much coverage or as useful it is on like the sheets and on the meta, and even the fact that it's pink, it's just so hard to compete with these awesome looking carts that Mario Kart Tour. And one of the reasons why we enjoy this game is I think the design of a lot of the items that they came out, probably 80% of the design of the items I absolutely love. So great job to Mario Kart Tour, and just always coming out with some really cool designs. It's just this tour, especially these emblems, man, there's just so many cool items. Really enjoy it. Let's get into Luigi Raceway. Obviously, we're familiar with this track, but let's just see what some of these buffs look like. For right off the bat, Luigi Vacation, who's been kind of on a shelf for me alongside Volendam. Both of them have not been very useful as of late, but for me, I'm not seeing any Mii's jump off the page so far. Let's scroll to a little bit to the right and see if that changes. and it is not a glaringly me track. We do have the brand new Luigi Gold Knight, along with Kensuni, of course. We have two supers, which I believe that these are their buffs because it's not a first track on the cup. So you have plenty of options, even plenty of top skill options. Just not a lot of me options. I know, Kareem, you went into the Goomba me, so you're going to be crushing the me meta there. You probably
I was going to ask what the middle shelf is like because I've got
just pulling party time. It's a and I'll be honest with you guys, it is not a good boomerang track. You're not going to have fun here. You got one coin boxer, and it's not a fun boomerang track.
Well,
so again,
Rosa Chef.
Luigi
Chef. I go with Rosa Chef by a triple giant banana. I don't know how it could work quite nicely for giant banana.
So let me ask you this. So we got Luigi Knight. Let's say even at this level 8, triple and cap, and it could be tough to get this boombox track that we want. We have Volendam, which is going to be kind of the same situation, and Luigi Knight. So 3 boomerang drivers, which actually this could be kind of an interesting track for the action count track of the week. But and then you have Luigi Knight. So let's just say in these situations, you're rolling, even if you have Luigi Vacation 1430. But you have, let's say you have also for Kareem, your situation, you have Goomba Me at level 8? Triple? Double?
8. No, singles. So 15-20 now, I think.
Okay, so Luigi Knight's going to beat out in this scenario. But let's just say you had these all at level, like Volendam's level, like all level 7, double uncapped. I mean, it's going to be neck and neck there with the Goomba.
So
I can answer that for you.
You can. Okay, go ahead.
65 is the estimate for non-plus skill here. 205 is a boomerang estimate. And this track is not a fun boomerang track. You're going to be here for hours.
No.
You're going to have a hard time here. If you have
this track has been back at least 3 times. And I have yet to meet the estimate. That's how unfun it is.
Yeah, I've done this in the top 100 as well. It is not fun. I think I got like 190 if a boombox, a single boombox. Like, it is not a fun track. So if you do have a me here, the same level, which Kareem, if you do have a triple cap, which I don't think you do, it will beat it out, regardless anyway, because that's where we're at. Like even like 40 actions below, if it's not going over, you can still.
I can tell you right now, like, okay, I can't speak to this specific course, but I can tell you that on a lot of courses, a boomerang driver, if it has a 400 points to 500 point deficit over something else, it can make up 400 to 500 points of base points, same levels, because of just the actions that it can generate. Like, this is also more so at higher levels because each action is worth more at level 7 and at level 8. 30 actions more can be huge points, absolutely huge, that 400 or 500 base points. Obviously, if you can reach 200 with both, then it doesn't matter. But I'm saying if it's 140 versus 180, then I'm going with the boomerang, even if it's 400 base points lower.
Again, you can go for the estimate if you purely, like, if you're desperate for ranked and everything. I'm just saying personally.
I would. No, I'm not going to. But
exactly, but I'm saying it's such a hard thing to get. If you can get that and put your time into it, go ahead and do that. Yeah. But if you have both of them the same option, go with the non-me, because it's just how hard of a track this is for boomerang. But if you're looking for the score, you're desperate for rank, you need to win, which again, there's a coin box on the line. Go ahead with the boomerang.
I was going to go with Rosa Chef because 1430 against 1510,
Giant Banana, Kareem, you're better off going with the me, because Giant Banana, the estimate's only 175 here. And the non-me, non-plus skill me is only 165, so the me will kill it.
It's only got 90 base points more, and I'm against Giant Banana, which is going to get a higher action count.
Oh, it's only 90 base points.
Yeah,
it's a double cap
30 versus 15. Anyway.
Oh, okay. I thought you had it tripled. My fault.
Yeah. Sorry. Anyway, we're getting a bit.
No, I think this is like the perfect track for everything we've talked about on Kart Talk every single tour. So, you know, when we talk about the metas, the Miis versus the non-Me plus skills, and like where we're drawing that line, like this is the perfect track. Like literally, we could talk about this track for like an hour, going back and forth, because you know, Luca, you make some really good points. Like this is like the worst track you could possibly want for Boomerang, hypothetically. Now you typically like shorter tracks, so this is kind of a shorter track. Like, you know, where the action count, it's hard to get over 200 unless you have a boombox. But I mean, this could be excruciating just based on the options you have to boombox.
At least you have a second shelf option. Like some tracks don't even have a coin boxer at the second shelf. Like at least you have Pauline.
Yeah, I think this is, you know, for a boomboxing, you know, I've never boomboxed it myself and never really spent that much time to try it. So I would just say, you know, I'm going to take your word for it. So, you know, let's just say it's like a B minus, you know, boombox, you know, fun type of track. You know, I think we always talk about that, or we talked about this last week, Kart Talk, the kind of this triangle between, you know, fun, maximizing points, and Avi might have to help me with
time, fun, time, fun, and outcome.
A coin boxer is on the line, guys. Keep that in mind. There is a brand new coin boxer on the line, which if you get him, he will be the best option on this track. He's a coin boxer. He's going to make your life easier on this track, which gives him more value here.
So we win him though week 2, but we can't use him on this track.
Exactly. Next time.
Yeah. I mean, you can use it that last hour. The last hour.
The last hour.
Yeah. After ranks finish.
After ranks
next
finish.
Time when the track does come back.
So only for the All Cup ranking people. So all right. So let's go ahead and remove Luigi Gold Knight for ranked week 2 this tour, and just remove it. So you basically have to boombox it, or you have Giant Banana, or I think for a lot of people it's going to be using a super. You know, because you're not going to have a lot of these options at a high level. Or in Kareem's Ultra Whale option, you'll have maybe a Goomba Me. But I think most people are going to have to boombox this track. They're going to have no choice.
I might still do that. Genuinely, I don't know. Could happen.
I have to, personally. So I'm probably going to win ranked regardless, even with the low estimate. But
it's a must win. It's a must win regardless.
Yeah.
Like you can't risk it. I think you have to go for the home run. You have to go for the boombox. All right, let's move to carts off of this track then. Obviously I'll be going Luigi Vacation. Feel pretty good about that. And Aviquado, your silver Cupid's arrow.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. It's saving me.
We got some other options. Obviously, the B Dasher, a very, 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 very old card. Probably one of the first cards in the game. Certainly one that most people have at a high level. But everything else, though, is a little squirrely.
Yeah.
Oh, but then look at this, guys. Gold Shielded Speedster.
Oh. Well, that's another good one there.
Yeah, so it's a huge win, though, for the Gold Shield Speedster and the silver Cupid's arrow. In my opinion, you got some Lunar Cruiser in there. You got the the B Dasher. That's about it. You do have a super. On there. So some people might be rocking that super. Yeah, even my options. I'm gonna be going with that B Dasher. And then for gliders, we had another super option. They've been giving us a lot of super options. Now I know that this track is not new. But it's just nice to have some supers, even some normals. For me, the Rose Parasail hasn't been like super useful for me, but this is certainly the best option here. We do have that 8-bit Jumping Mario. I guarantee a lot of the community will be using.
Yeah.
Or Luigi.
That's my glider there.
That's your glider there.
It's also a double feature for the Luigi hat for week 2.
Oh yeah. Wait, Luigi hat's not on this.
It's a unlock.
Oh, like a level 6 or level 8? What is it? Level 3?
I think it's 3. Let me double check that for you.
Take a look at that. We do have some other options. Fuzzy kites here, the red emblems here, a couple mustaches.
Level 6. So if you're willing to take the 6, you got a double feature.
Hey, and you know what? That's not a bad option. I know we were even talking about some of the week 1.
Oh, it's got some great coverage. Yeah.
Oh, I lied. My option is Fuzzy Kite there.
Fuzzy Kite.
It's 8 triple. Yeah, 8 triple.
Ooh. Yeah, if you're 8 triple in it, that's gonna be the best way to go. I mean, I just think that this is not a hard one to cover, just because of those 2 supers. Super easy to just kind of, because these are not new supers. These are supers you probably have at a decent level. I think you're just gonna ride with that unless you have like that 8 triple, or you're gonna, in this case for me, an 8 double. So there we go. Let's we don't have to race it. We've honestly, after hearing you guys talk about the track, I'm already exhausted just thinking about.
It's a very boring track. You just go around and then you go around again.
Yeah. But I'm excited to get into this last track, and then I want to jump into the toolbox. But Waluigi Stadium, I'm so pumped about this. Let's see who we got on the top shelf.
Look who's back.
He's back.
Always getting the good track with no plus skill me.
Yeah. Here we are. Gold Charging Chuck. Huge winner with this track, and you have to win this tour. So, man, I might have to invest in him finally, because I have to win. Now, we'll have to see if I have tough competition, but I'm not going to risk it. We do have Light Blue Shy Guy Explorer and Luigi Knight, and that's it. That's basically it. Everyone else is super sus. So, certainly there's the Waluigi, me, which actually seems kind of interesting for me to invest in if I have to invest in something. And Gold Charging Chuck, I just put it off so long. I feel like I'm so close to getting by and having those 14, 24, whatever tickets, but I might have to invest in them. We'll have to see if my competition gives me a reason, because other than that, it's Luigi Knight level. No, I guess I have Toad Explorer at level 5.
Well, you could honestly. I don't want to say anything yet because the estimate is not out. But this is a long track. I believe it's 4 boxes per lap.
Wow.
A non-plus skill me should be able to outscore a coin boxer here because the estimate for coin box will be way over 200. Again, I have to check it back once we actually do get the estimate. But I have a Pokey me here at 6 double. Same with Chuck. I'll see the estimate. Okay. I might be going with Pokey because he has a chance to outscore Chuck.
Okay.
I already have him leveled. I'm not saying level him, but if you do have that option, have a look at the estimate.
Yeah.
But I think 170 should be at least possible for coin, double, triple coin.
Yeah.
So I'll have to wait and see there, but I might just go with Chuck just to make my life easier. Quick 200, get out of there.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm with you there. I will say this: Pokey does have a lot of nitro tracks between Ninja Hideaway and
I did it for fun. Yeah. That was my little desert alt since we didn't get anything.
Okay. Yeah, man, this is gonna be tough. This one's gonna be tough for me. I'm gonna be on pins and needles, seeing what my competition will be forcing me to do. As of right now, we would be Builder Toad. But I think for just sake of seeing what this track looks like with a coin box driver, I'll go with Gold Charging Chuck at level 1. For carts, yikes. I will say, Avi, you got your Black Shield Speedster here.
Yeah.
I was worried about it. Week 1, it was not a great track that it got, but this is a monster track for it. I mean, look at all these tiny little carts. And then Black Shield Speedster. So huge. This is a huge buff for it.
I have no car above level 3.
I'm using the Rainbow Pipe Buggy, which was a rank reward, and I do give the commemoratives a lot of credit, which they are the best options in terms of coverage long term.
There's no
this one. I don't think this is rank. No, this is something else, right?
No, this was a rank reward. I know.
Oh, rank reward. Okay. Yeah.
And that was that is my current.
It's filling gaps. Like it's insane. This card.
That is my current option, and honestly, that card has been so good for my account. Like if I don't have to invest, on the shielded, which I do. But like that would have been a very fair and super good option.
Yeah, the rainbow rainbow pipe buggy is not a small cart. It's
180, so it's the same as Piranha Pipes.
Same as Piranha Pipes
and Cactar and stuff. Yeah.
Tycho Drum has broke our top 10, so I would expect this to kind of move it up a little bit in the top 10. But all these other options are kind of like older or smaller, or the DK Jumbo, DK Maximum is a bigger hitbox, but it's old. So I mean, it's not something I would invest in. I would recommend anyone invest in. Yeah, everything else is kind of smaller. I know some people got hyped up a little bit on the Goo Goo Black. I'm not a big fan, just mainly because of the size. But I'm rolling with this Star Spangled Flyer, level 5. Man, you know what? To put a Coinbox driver on the line with some of these tough top shelves, this is gonna be a bloodbath.
Well, saying that as well, Studfit, if you are desperate, again, I would not recommend it to anyone out there. It is a big cart, but at level 8, the Waluigi cart from week 1 has this track.
Oh, it's not.
So if you are super desperate and you are a big Waluigi fan, but I think you got your dark shielded speeds to get stuff, but you'll be fine regardless. You're out the picture here. But for everyone out there, if you are super desperate, you got nothing else, big fan, you got some coverage here at 8. I wouldn't recommend it though. It is a big cart though. We have to wait and see its hitbox, but it is definitely a big cart.
It is a bigger cart. I mean, I would love to, and I think if I had all these cart tickets to throw around on all this stuff, I would definitely contemplate that. But it's gonna be if Nintendo wanted to screw a lot of people, they could certainly give. No, I'm serious. They could give people some like this could be the week that everyone gets Kareem in their ranked, and we're all just totally screwed because that could happen.
I bet they will do that type of stuff. I bet they will check the algorithm and make it hard for people, especially with the Coinbox from the line. Make people spend some money and invest. You are right.
If that happened, I wouldn't know what I would do. Like, a part of me is sadistic and a part of me would
Probably 2 parts to 1 in that order. I'm with you there. Let's get to gliders. We do have... All right, so we have some options here. So like some of the meta would include the Lava Rocks, the Sakura Origami Glider, and then even a recent one is the Calico Tobian Balloons. Now, I know not everyone invested into the Lava Rocks, not everyone invested in the Sakura Origami Glider, and this isn't like a lot of options. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 is not a lot. So I can see a lot of people struggling for this top shelf. Now, if you've been paying attention to the meta and you invested when the Sakura Origami Glider was in the top 10, it was the number 1 glider for a little bit, for probably about, I think, 3 tours or so. So if you invested it then, you're sitting pretty. The Lava Rocks was a top 10 glider for a couple months, back in like the January, February time frame. And then we do have a recent top 10, which has been the Calico Tobian Balloons. It's been pretty strong here as of late. But the Silver Candlelight Flight never necessarily, did too well. And then you obviously have this. Now, let me ask you this: the Gold 8-bit glider, was that a ranked reward, or do people have this?
So that was the second gold premium.
Yeah.
With these gold premiums, they haven't been the greatest. But I think if you look at this one and the gold hard hat, they have a large track quantity. Like really, really do get a lot of tracks. So again, we can't say right now how good they are,
right?
Especially with the gold shielded speedster, but they do get a lot of tracks. So it's doing pretty good. I personally think.
Yeah, they seem to like peak like sometimes several tours later. Like it's not bad that you think, and then all of a sudden you're looking 5, 6, 7, 8 tours later, and you're like, hold on a second, what's going on here?
It's a slow burn.
I noticed that. So I wouldn't be too surprised if it maybe doesn't kick off with a big bang. The new gold shield speedster and whatnot, but it looks too cool that I think Nintendo just has to do something special with it. But in general, I think long term, they seem to, well, I don't know, pull something out the bag.
Again, we're yet to see if they will ever return because they haven't yet. They have their own cycle of returning and how they get put in the shop. You have to pay for it, $20 or whatever it is. And again, I'm not telling everyone to go and buy something out there, but if you do want that gold shielded speedster, we have no way of getting it back. Just like these other gold premium items that you've just seen. So if you do want it, you should pick it up because you're not going to be able to get it any other way.
Dude, yeah, I'm 100% with you guys. I think you guys made a good point. We'll see how they turn out long term, but as of right now, seem to be pretty strong. So this track is insane. What is going on?
Yeah, it is right.
It's tough for Coinbox. Oh, hold on.
That was my point. Whenever you guys were talking about
coin rings. Oh, that makes me think.
Boomerang.
It does. Whenever I see that, or Lucky 7 as well. Anything that can slow you down.
So what were you say, Avi? Yeah, you were just talking about Coinbox drivers.
I was gonna say, whenever you guys were talking about, oh well, me versus the boomerang versus whatever, is that while we were talking, I've been doing my stars, and it's not easy for this coin boxing, and I might actually, be reassessing what I'm doing here.
That's good.
It is a long track. You have a lot of boxes. It's just you have to put them in the right spots.
Like this is the perfect spot.
Like this section right here, you can still go on the ground. There's still jump boost down there. It's just you miss out on a few different actions depending on what frenzy or if you got a single or something. You can drop it here. The track's so big you can have different areas you can wait. But we'll have to wait and see all the strategies on this track and
it could work out. It could be possible for all of them. You could get great score, and I like that. We love to have tracks that one skill works really well on, and then another track where actually you can attack it multiple ways, potentially.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I'm seeing about this track though is that we talk a lot about like how recently certain tracks, like always my point of reference is going to be DK Mountain, that the developing of the track was not optimal. But this one, while it has very hard spots like DK Mountain has, it doesn't feel like it was important. It feels like, okay, let's learn it. It's not like impossible. And I'm kind of excited about it actually because we've had a long string of tours where all the tracks are flat, and we have some of those tracks here, but this seems to be like the one that's like, okay, this is the one that I'm going to take the most time learning, and it's going to be fun, whether I use Coinbox or whatever. But yeah, I'm excited about this one actually.
I will say there are a lot of obstacles. There are half pipes. There are gliding sections. There's a lot going on that, but there are also a lot of flat sections as well at the certain point. So I think it's in some cases, every once in a while, we get these tracks where you have to get the right box has to specifically be your Coinbox Frenzy. And for that case, for gold charging Chuck, you have to get the right boxes at the right places, and then you have to kind of like I could see like even if you got a single box right where that half pipe is, just hold on to it, go up the half pipe. And then you land, perfect time to drop a box. And you have a good section there. It's all going to be about placement and where you use it, which I absolutely love when Nintendo does stuff like that. I think one of the most dynamic aspects about Mario Kart Tour is that like when you have to deviate from like what would be like a world record speed run. So like for instance, you could always go the quickest route, but you're always missing actions in order to go that route. And so a good example would be like in that one section where you, to Lucas' point, where you could stay down, you're going to miss out on 6 actions. But what's the, you're giving up that opportunity loss cost in order for you to be able to get that coin box or single box or whatever by not taking that ramp and not going up above. So you have options, which I think is what's glorious about Mario Kart Tour is like, hey, there's 6 options up here, or I could get 20 actions if I just stay down here with my my coin box. It's a very dynamic track, but I think it's going to be awesome to see people as they're running through it and seeing which option they're going to go. So, anything else I missed in the tracks? I want to get into just briefly the toolbox, but want to see if I missed anything.
No, I think we checked everything. The tracks that we didn't check, which we can't check, the different variants for these tracks. Avi, myself, and Kareem were going through multiplayer, and we usually complete all the tracks throughout the tour. We saw that a lot of the tracks, like, they don't have the plus skill Mii's on the top shelf that much. Like, one of the Waluigi stadiums has Gold Chi as the best option on one of those tracks, which is very surprising. So, again, I think they may be leaning to give normal drivers a better option over the Mii's and give them some sort of way that they can still be able to release these drivers and have them actually be leveled up to have some use. So even for the top players, like, those coin boxes and other plus skill drivers will be the best option. So yeah,
it's as I said, Luke, at the beginning. I think I can't remember the exact number, but only 27 or 28 tracks have plus skilled Mii's, and I can tell you from regular ACRs I've done recently, that is a substantially lower number, and grateful to see that. I don't want to be running a whole bunch of double, triple coins with non-plus skilled Mii's. I'm going to be using all my other, like, whether it's Mario Tuxedo, whether it's I don't know, whoever. So I think that's great, and I hope they continue in that direction. And after this, I did want to have a look at your daily selects as well.
I forgot to mention one thing that's actually massive. If I am correct, they have limited the battle courses from 4 to 2 per tour.
Yeah.
So that takes a big hit.
That's a big
massive hit. So
that's huge improvement.
If it's for the shrooming thing that's been going on, or what, I don't know. Hopefully, I think they can add more battle courses and rotate them through like normal tracks, but I don't think that's the case or the reason why they did that. But again, 2 battle courses per ACR for the whole tour now.
That's
so
incredible.
That may take a hit to the battle course rankings for your algorithm, Studfit.
Good. Yeah, certainly could change the algorithm, which I think is welcomed. like stop giving us these battle tracks, man. I think this could be a huge win for the community, as we've been begging Nintendo to stop giving us battle tracks, or to tone it down a bit. So maybe, after sorry, God, I don't know why this keeps popping up. But maybe after a year of saying, like, fix it, maybe this is their fix. And honestly, I mean, for all cup ranking purposes, this is welcomed. This is glorious.
Yeah, I think so too. For those who actually do the shrooming or go for that, because you have to. And again, it's part of the in-game mechanics. There's nothing wrong with it. You're just playing the game how you're supposed to, and you're playing with friends. It's called multiplayer for a reason. It's only 2 tracks that you do now instead of the 4, so it's a lot less time spent doing that as well, so you can get a score easier.
And it allows the individual more chance for the individual to prevail, which is typically what this game is.
Exactly, that's what it should be.
Yeah, so the more it should be. We want the person who's got the best skill in combination with their loadouts and all that over someone who's managed to get 100,000 on a track because of multiple. So
yeah, it's a good point. Yo, what's up, Issa? How you doing, man?
I'm good. How about you?
Good,
hey,
doing
everybody.
well.
What's up?
So we're wrapping up here, but I want to just and actually I'm starting to hear some footsteps upstairs. I don't know why my phone. I already unplugged it, but it keeps popping up. But I just did want to get through the daily selects just briefly. If you haven't checked out the toolbox, Sam78IT has already uploaded the information to the toolbox. I'll go ahead and select these daily selects. But there's a lot of good options here. For drivers, we kind of already talked about Rosalina Chef being potentially one of the best options on Luigi Raceway. There's not a lot of me options, and you may not want a boombox. Now it's a short track, so you're not going to get a lot of actions from these giant bananas. But Rosalina Chef, not a bad option on that track. Jeez, this is exhausting. All those pop-ups, but for the other drivers, White Tanuki Mario is not bad. I think the number one has to be Toad Astronaut. Certainly an absolute star so far this year for the non-Mies. And I think, Pooch, he's crushing Poochie, and Poochie's starting to kind of pick up. I think this is a good tour for him. I think this is after the last couple ones where it seems like he's been getting ran over. This is a good one for him. Other than that, I mean, you can go, Shy Guy, Light Blue Shy Guy Explorer, not a bad option. You can go some of these Luigi's. Kinsuni's doing pretty well. Even Luigi Chef has a pretty good tour here. But I think ultimately, if you can get by without investing in them or putting rubies into them, that's great. But I think absolutely Toad Astronaut's well worth it. A couple other maybe options. But I think when it comes to the drivers, I always like to, maybe I don't like to, but I always try to throw a little bit of cold water on it just because the Mies are so strong. This is a tour where they, I think Luca mentioned it maybe an hour and a half ago. This is a tour where they've kind of, other than the gold Mii, they've kind of pumped the brakes. I was expecting a lot more from Morton Mii. I was expecting a lot more from Larry Mii. But you know what? They honestly
did get good buffs. I didn't mention it.
They did get good buffs.
Really, really good buffs, especially on the new tracks, but they just don't. I don't think
ranked.
They're in ranked at all, but they got some really, really good buffs.
I was expecting more on the ranked side.
You gotta get.
Yeah, they're not in ranked though, unfortunately.
I really apologize about these pop-ups. Yeah, I'd say.
I think you can.
You can click
ignore this device.
Yeah, it should go away.
So I pushed ignore, and then it still keeps popping up. These are actually, I think these are old pop-ups that were triggered like 20 minutes ago from my phone. We'll see what happens. I hope you're right though. For carts, this high chances, all of these are probably garbage.
I mean, not probably, just yes.
just garbage. You see that? I told you. Anyway,
but ignore device, cancel, not connect.
So if the number doesn't match, click cancel. So I did select this and push cancel before, but it's whatever. I won't spend a lot of time because I got to go anyway. But I think for the carts, you have some options. We kind of already talked about some of them. Blooper Shuttle. You got Lightning Streamliner in there. Camo Tanuki Kart. Pink Speeder. You even have the Blue Crawley's back. This Rainbow Pipe Buggy is back. We've kind of all talked about these. I'd say these cart options are probably a B plus. I kind of like some of the ones that are in the top 10, like Blooper Shuttle, Pink Speeder, and Lightning Streamliner. Camo Tanuki Kart's even up there. But then I think when we look at it, like the gliders are really good as well. We have the some of these meta items that are that we've seen quite a lot. The wonderful Garnet. We've seen the yellow hard hat. Still no gold hard hat, but you have lava rocks in there if you missed out on it. You got both of the 8-bit, both the block and the Goomba. You have even the record setter for Wula Oop. You have a couple older items that have been in the meta, like Sakura Origami Glider. Silver Starshoot, tropical balloons, etc. So yeah, I think overall I'm probably a little bit more excited about the gliders. We kind of talked a little bit about this. I think the Nabbit oil paper umbrella might be a sneaky one to go into. Maybe the smiley face glider that we kind of talked about. But you got plenty of options. I think the gliders are probably what I'm most excited about. But honestly, I would pass up on. Sorry guys, I can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
I would honestly, I would probably though, if I had rubies left, I probably would not do any of those spotlights. I would probably go all in on the new items. Just get them, just use whatever rubies to get them at a discounted rate because all these items look awesome. They all get really good coverage to start because we have so many new tracks this tour. 12 different variants between the 3 tracks. So overall, I think if I would make any advice, I would say get the new items, you know, these are 12 variants you could potentially get, and I think you just ride it. You know, just have some fun with the new items. If you have to invest early in like a green emblem, you know, something like that, I think you have plenty of options. The double features. Typically, I would have liked to do more in the toolbox, but technology, man. Good. Anything else you want to add up? I mean, I'll let you guys say goodbye to your fans, but anything I missed?
I just didn't know what your daily selects was, man, because I'm always I want to see how Studfit's tour starts.
I did get a cap ticket just briefly that I showed at one point, but I think it was like a cart or something. So it's probably not something I would get. Let me see if I can pop.
You know me, I love my daily selections. So, all right, no biggie.
To go with the toolbox with what's available this tour, it's pretty obvious that the Blazing Eagle's not there. For once, it's not in ranked. It wasn't in ranked last tour either. It's still the number one card by far, and it did get 2 bosses tours, so that I'm surprised that wasn't in ranked again this tour. I don't think it's good
as well.
Yeah,
the one up was another one. So those 2 weren't in ranked. They should. I think the Blazing for sure should be in ranked next tour. Epic one up not so much, as it's a much older item. But yeah, I found that quite interesting.
I'm with you there. Yeah, I'll go ahead and send you my daily selects, Kareem. But yeah, anything else you guys would like to say as we wrap up? Anything you want to say to your fans? Thanks for joining us.
Enjoy the fact that we don't have that many vehicles to access to this tour.
Always a pleasure, Stud. Take care of yourself, buddy.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, Studfit.
Thank you for all you do.
I appreciate that, Issa. Well, thank you guys very much for joining us again. Sorry about the tech at the end, but that's especially for my channel, that seems to be the norm at this point. But it was honestly awesome to. This is one of my favorite reactions. I think we just got into a lot of good details, some good conversations, and as we wake up to all this new information at once, it's really helpful to kind of peel back the onion and kind of see what all is going on. But yeah, I do think this is kind of a changing of the guard. Sometimes we see this where things like seasons kind of happen, and we were kind of curious what was going to happen, you know, between last tour with all these meta carts, going into this tour with a lot of these meta carts. But you know, we've kind of seen some of, kind of to your point, Luca, between Blazing Eagle, One Up Mushroom, some of these items that just seem to be on a tear here recently, that, you know, all of a sudden kind of getting a hard stop. And now we're actually kind of seeing a resurrection of some of the non-me plus skills, some of the boomerang non-me's. It's been a while since I've used Luigi Vacation. It's been a while since I've even thought about what I'm going to do with some of these. But I don't know, last tour we did get Super Princess Peach as a ranked option for a lot of us. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of get the vibe. This is like this. I guess I don't know if you want to call it season, or you know, kind of like the summer season. But it almost seems like we're kind of getting a different vibe from the game right now with all these non-me plus skills being used in ranked. But again, I'm only looking at ranked, so hopefully you get to use Morton and Larry for the All Cup ranking, and hopefully next tour they get some ranked usage. But I was really surprised that they didn't get some ranked tracks. But overall, I think this is a great tour to load up on some new items. All of these, basically every new item that was released this tour looks absolutely insane. A great job, Nintendo, for the great design. Thank you guys for joining us. It'll be fun to see. Some of these tracks are really dynamic. I'll be loving some Waluigi Stadium. But until next time, which hopefully we'll get back on track with the rundown. Hopefully we'll be continuing our prayers for Antilev. But until next time, may the friends you love